Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful evening. We out here riding around in our neck of the woods. We just wanted to come to you guys really quickly and chat about something that we've been kind of talking about all week, and we really got really granular on this evening with our book club and reading our book, The 4 Disciplines of Execution, which is what we're reading in right now. So what we want to talk about is goals and how to set goals, how to stay focused on goals and make sure that you're achieving them. And we have Cannon in the back seat here. He's playing his game. He's got a goal right now to make the letters in that word go together. So my wife Gianni here, she's chauffeuring this evening. So your tour experience of Texas City is courtesy of Gianni. It's wherever she takes us. But I wanted to get the discussion started, just kind of diving into some of the concepts in the book that we're reading and how it impacts us as far as the goals that we set in our organization. And one of the first things that stuck out to me from our reading was that the author Sean Covey mentioned that if you don't have focus, then it doesn't matter how many goals you set. If you don't have a focused set of goals, then none of them will matter. And throughout the chapter or the section, he goes more into detail as far as what it looks like to be focused on a goal. And there's a term that they use in the book, it's called WIGs, or W-I-G, wildly important goals. And so in that, the wildly important goals are basically defined as make or break elements in your business or in your organization, things that your business can't go without, or things that your business can't take the next step without. And so one of the examples that they used was Apple, and how Apple has a really simple product line. They don't make a lot of stuff, but they sell a heck of a lot of stuff, and they sell it at a premium because they make the best computers, in my opinion. But it's not arguable whether or not they make the most valuable computer, because they sell it for more, and they sell a lot more than everybody else. So that part isn't really up for discussion, but I like that they used Apple as a example. And I think Gianni, she actually wanted to jump in. You want to say some stuff, right?
Eventually we'll get to the point where oh Lord, sorry guys, I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it super short. So with me, I'm a big goals person, but I'll just be transparent and say that sometimes my goals aren't always executed, and I know I'm not alone whenever I say that. And so I think one of the focuses when we're talking about goals has to be, okay, we all have really wild and crazy goals, or to me, my goals are big dreams. And so sometimes when you say those to some people, they don't necessarily understand what it is, and that's fine. But I think that when you have whether it be a single goal or multiple goals, whatever, it's very easy to get caught up in writing down your goals in the process of achieving those goals. It's very easy to do that, in my opinion. It's very easy to get caught up in how to achieve your goals and going to seminars and reading books. But I think more of the focus needs to be on, yes, you need to set those goals, but also how are you going to achieve those goals? And then ultimately, I think most of your time needs to be spent on, why'd you throw your iPad, Cannon? I'm not even in camera anymore. Most of your time needs to be focused on actually executing and following through with whatever your plan is to help you achieve that goal. I think, at least for me, I get so caught up in the process and not the execution. And I know that may be a problem for a lot of people, is they get so caught up in the process and how to perfect the process that they never get to achieve the goal that they're trying to achieve. And so if we could focus more on executing versus how to execute, we will be able to achieve those goals better. And instead of having 12 goals that we're trying to achieve at one time, why don't we narrow it down to 2 or 3 for now, just at this season or in this quarter, however you plan your goals. I know for me, I like to plan goals quarterly. This is like real life.
That's what we do every day.
This is real life. Some people have I've watched a lot of live feeds or live videos, and a lot of people have like this perfect background and this shiny little background, and everything's just perfect. But with us here at the Rand Store, you are truly getting the ins and outs, and we're 100% transparent. Life isn't always me having my hair done with my makeup done and lipstick on. It's gonna be me in a messy bun with my work shirt on. That just is what it is. But this is all a part of the process, and in this is my work process, and I was able, every single goal that I had, particularly for this day, was executed. I didn't get caught up in what am I gonna wear? I guess that's not important for this situation today. And so anyways, I say all that to say that don't get so caught up in the process of executing goals that you forget to execute. And so that's all that I have to say. I'm personally working on that myself. If you know me, you know that I'm a note taker, I'm a journaler, I love pens. That just is what it is. I've been like that since I can remember. I would save my money to get journals and pens just to write and practice and do all of that. Now it's time for me to actually execute what those goals and ideas were that I wrote down in my journals. If there's anybody that's a journaler, we are like right here. That's me. I love journals. I probably have over 50 journals just at home, and I always buy the cute ones. And then they're so cute that I don't want to write in them, so I go and buy like other ones, and I'm like, oh, well, these aren't as... Anyways, if you are a journal person or a pen person, you know what I'm talking about. But let's stop focusing so much on how to execute the process and just execute. And that's it for me. I'm going to continue driving. I know I didn't have a lot of eye contact. So if that's you, if you're ready to actually execute the process, whatever that is, whether that be in a business, whether that be in... school, whatever, just comment below and say execute, and let us work together on this, because there's some things that us as a community, you may be have more strength in our weak areas and vice versa. So let's work on these goals together. And I'm gonna turn it back over to Kyle.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like we definitely when we started this business, business that we're in now, I think a lot of the focus was on setting goals, and it was just saying like, oh, you need to set this goal, you need to set this goal. And so we ended up with a bunch of notebooks and sticky notes and notes in our phone full of goals that we wanted to achieve, and we kind of went round and round, not really getting any traction with anything, because it seemed like the everyday task was to find a new goal to create and to write it down, and we were never moving forward on any of the goals that we set. But I think now with the strategy that we have to pick 2 goals, this was one of the main things in the book, is to pick 2 goals and to say, out of all the goals that you have, what are the 2 most important, 2 most mission-driven things that need to be accomplished? Like, what are 2 things that are just critical? Like, if this doesn't happen, then my business fails. If this does happen, then my business is going to the next level. Like, I'm defining success by these 2 goals at this moment right now. This doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be forever. Another section in this chapter actually spoke about being specific in when you end these goals. Like, these goals need to have a format of X to Y by when. So you need to figure out what you're going to do and figure out by when do you need to do it. So we're gonna leave with that. It's just that simple. Like, take the goals that you have now, or if you don't have any goals, don't mess yourself up by setting a whole bunch of them. Just set 2 goals that are wildly important to your company or to your organization, and then strategize when you need to have those goals completed. And that's it. Keep it simple and execute. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. Cannon, say good night. Say night night. Well, he said it. All right.